What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the My Player Career Mode. If you saw that a minute ago, last episode, we're going to put it out of our minds today. We're going to get rid of it. I asked you guys to hit 125 likes on yesterday's episode, and I would give you the FA Cup final here today at 4 PM the day after. So that's what we're going to do. It is, of course, against Chelsea, the team that stopped Manchester United from getting themselves a Premier League trophy by one single point. So, it's, I guess, time for revenge. The two sides match up. They're fairly even. They're two very good teams. Chelsea, of course, are a decent side. They won the league. Manchester United took them all the way. Couldn't do it. That's how the sides got here, though. Chelsea, they beat Bournemouth. They beat Everton. They beat Newcastle on the way. United, they beat Stoke, Liverpool, and Arsenal on the way to this FA Cup final. Remember, Ben is yet to win an FA Cup trophy. So maybe this will be his time to do it in today's episode. It's going to be tough. They're a very good side, Chelsea. But without further ado, let's get into this FA Cup final. All right, I'm also going to bump the time up again to like 7 minutes. In fact, let's do 7 minutes today. I'm feeling generous. We're only playing one game, of course. Let's do 7 minutes, sorry. That's the side. De Gea, Varane, De Vrij, Suke, Mendy at the back. Martial, Pogba, Matic, Martins with Wood and Lukaku. You guys know my feelings to the side so far. But without this, let's get into this game here at Wembley Stadium, FA Cup final. I am so excited for this. They've only won a Carabao Cup this season, Manchester United. I think for this to be a successful season for them, they have to win this FA Cup here. Because if you consider the fact that they were playing in 4 trophies and they may only win a Carabao Cup this season, I don't think that's good enough. So I feel like this is an important game. They have to win this for it to be considered a successful season. So let's hopefully get himself, or Ben himself, his first FA Cup. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is so cool to see. FA Cup final, Wembley packed for this one as well. I am really looking forward to this. Hopefully the boys will have a better performance than what they've been doing recently. Chelsea and Manchester United, two giants in England, taking each other on for the FA Cup, as I said earlier. That's how the two sides got here. If you're intrigued, again, to look at that, see where your team maybe finished in this one. But that is the prize on offer today, the FA Cup trophy. Of course, it's interesting, actually, because looking at the sides, right, I know for sure Chelsea's team isn't a bad one. But I think overall this season, I'm pretty sure United have had the better of Chelsea in the games they've played. It's just Chelsea have been more consistent against teams where United should have beat them. So if that goes to anything, in terms of head-to-head record, United have the better of the two sides out of this one. So we'll see how this one's going to pan out, I guess you could say. But that's the trophy, as I've shown you before. We're about to see the two teams on the screen. And I'm pretty sure Chelsea's, I think they've got still Hazard, so he's going to be a tough ask. But I think they've lost a couple of big players as well down the line. But they're still going to be good. Let's see when it comes up. United's team as well, on the other hand, that's decent still. So both sides should be quite good here. Here we go then, the two lineups. Courtois starts in goal for Chelsea. Florenzi, tell you what, their back 5, I'm not too worried about. Their midfield 2, Bakayoko and Kante, and Castillo, Morata and Hazard up front. I'm not actually that worried about that back 5. I don't think it's a great back 5, to be honest with you. Christensen's not bad, Azpilicueta's not bad, Kazawa and Florenzi aren't bad. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh, but yeah, I'm not as worried as I first was. Of course, for United, though, it's a different formation. That's their team that you can see on the screen. And we'll see how it's going to pan out. But without further ado, FA Cup final at stake. Let's do this. And of course, we want a fast start, if possible, from this game. Here is now the cross towards the middle. Ben's going to try and win that header against Kante. Can't do it on the first time of asking. I'm not quite sure what that was from Matic, as he just hoofs it out of play. I did see a comment on the previous episode as well asking why we don't play with a full side of Manchester United. The reason for that is, with my player save, we only controlled the player itself, of course, in this occasion, Ben. Last year, it was, of course, my own pro. But yeah, that's the reason why we only control the player of my player's, career, I guess you could say. So that is why we don't control the entire team, if anybody's wondering. But yeah, we want a fast start here, as I said. And this might be the first real chance, never mind. Because Martin's, once again, doing what he does best, running it into a Chelsea player. Good work from Martial. Sends Ben. He's got Martins over on the right-hand side. If he can use him, he can use him. Here is Gelson Martins. And it is saved by Courtois. To be honest, I think that was the best case scenario. The touch wasn't great from Martins. The pass wasn't exactly fantastic from Ben either, to be honest with you. So, all things considered, that was the best case scenario. There's Pogba. It's off the woodwork. Ben Wood sent him in with a cross. And Paul Pogba's just hit the post for Manchester United in this final. That should have been 1-0. I cannot believe this game is now still 0-0. That was a big chance, and Paul Pogba with it sees his header rattle the post. This has been quite a good final so far. Not for chances, just because both sides are evenly matched. It's kind of negating each other. So when you do get a chance, you have to take it, and that one could have been it. And as the half-time whistle goes, it is still 0-0 here at Wembley for this FA Cup. I don't really know what's going on, to be honest. United have had 4 shots, none of them on target, but I guess you could say Pogba's was basically on target, hit the post and came back out, and it arguably could have hit the post and gone in. It was so close, but so far, not the greatest final in terms of chances, but I was expecting this. You know, both sides are very even in the match, that they just cancel each other out. So, it's probably not going to be a game of many chances, but it's just going to be about taking it when you get it. Ben with a decent turn, and he drives forward again. He needs Lukaku in the area. Lukaku's not in the area. He looks for Anthony Martial instead at the back post. Lukaku was just waiting on the edge of the area. I don't know why. He's 6 foot, whatever, 6'3". Good aerial presence, and for some reason waiting on the edge of the area. Good turn from Ben. He strike as well. It's 1-0 United. What was I saying? A minute ago, I was literally sat there complaining about Lukaku. Straight after that, Ben puts his side in front. Boy, oh boy, another great strike from Ben. We need to see him do this more often. Just get it on the edge of the area and just hit it. That's what we need to see from Ben. He's lacked that a couple of times in this season. He did it at Real Madrid so often, and we know he's got it in his locker. But I think at United, it's a bit more kind of like he's just not as confident doing it. But that is a great strike to separate these two sides in this final. That's what I would call a goal-winning final. You know, if that was the goal that won the FA Cup, that would be a very sweet goal indeed. So, Ben with his 5th FA Cup goal so far this campaign. There's 30 minutes left for Chelsea to turn this one around in a game that otherwise has not had many chances at all. So, you're going to wonder where it's going to come from if Chelsea are going to be able to. Uh-oh. That's probably going to be the first booking of this final, Ben, on a late challenge there. I was just going to say as well, you can really see how much he wants to win this. Because not only now is he stopping going attack, he's also defending with his team as well. Martial makes a good run down the left. Here we go again. United potentially with another chance. Martial backwards to Ben. Ben on the left foot again. He is inches away from making it 2. Good play from Martial to send him through. That is, as I said, the first booking of the afternoon, though, for Ben's challenge really late on the defender. That was Martial's last piece of play as well before he leaves the field of play, and that could have been United 2-0 in front. But unfortunately, it went over the top of the crossbar. That's great defending from Manchester United, and they might be able to counter here. Ben going forward, got Lukaku to his right, and he's used the Belgian as well. Here is Romelu to cut the game off, and it's not. He's hit it towards the near post, and his international teammate Courtois read him like a book. Still 1-0 here. United are creating chances to find his second. Good footwork from Ben as he's into the area now, trying to cross it in, and that's not a great cross, and that's going to be cleared away. But yeah, United look the more likely to grab the second goal of the game. Chelsea not really doing too much. Good block, because Zelinski will find his teammate again. Martins brought down, but Ben's going to pick this ball up regardless. He's got Lukaku waiting in the middle. Lukaku! 2-0 Manchester United. Game over. Chelsea may have stopped them in their Premier League, but they can't do it at Wembley in the FA Cup. United lead by 2-0. What a finish this one is as well to this game. I have to say a little bit of luck involved in this one because Martins was brought down and the ball just kind of fell straight kindly for Ben. You can see there, great tackle in the box from the number 3. But in the end, he had the laser vision to pick out Lukaku, and the Belgian slots home for 2-0. Good work, United. They are on course now for this FA Cup final victory and Ben's first of his career. Zielinski. He's got Ben for support. Still using him as well. Ben looking out wide now towards Jota. Literally trying to just get the clock down at the moment. Here it is, Ben in the box. His strike as well. He's beaten away by Courtois. He was looking for a second. That's surely going to be it. Never mind. The referee still wants to play on here, even with this corner kick. The cross from Martins is going to be in towards the near post where Lukaku is. Header 1, ref. There it is. United have done it here at Wembley Stadium. They are FA Cup champions. You can see Varane there. You can see Florenzi not looking too happy about that one. All things considered, right? The game could have been just a boring 0-0 draw. We go into extra time again, ends 0-0, goes to penalties, and that'd be really boring with no chances. There was actually a few chances in this one, to be honest, and I feel like if United had played the way they did today in the majority of the season, they would have won the Premier League as well. You know, they did beat Chelsea, I think, twice in the league. Add to that now here. There's times this season when United looked really inconsistent, and that's probably what didn't let them win a Premier League title. And to lose it by points difficult or everything, but it's nice to end off on a high here with Ben's first FA Cup. So there it is. United, the holders. We'll see who's going to get to lift this one. I think it's Lienski who's going to have to lift this because he was wearing the captain's armband. I think it is actually Zienski. He's got Ben next to him as well. Here we go. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ben's first FA Cup. He lost the first one with Spurs when they had the chance to win it. But now he wins it on the second time of asking. And there we go. Ben sat alongside his manager, Jose Mourinho, with the FA Cup in the middle of the two of them. And that is a nice thing to see. Player of the competition has been announced. Let's see who's won that one. I actually don't know who it is. I'm going to assume it's... Oh, Ben actually got it. Fair play. So he's a player of the competition in the FA Cup. Fair play. I don't fully know exactly how many goals he got. Let's check, actually, because I can do that. Where is it? FA Cup? No, not the Champions League. Although he did have a decent performance in the Champions League, to be honest. Even though United didn't manage to go all the way. So let's see. Carabao Cup. There it is. FA Cup. So he got the top goal scorer and the top assists, even though he had the joint top. So there is that as well. I'm going to check out who won the Champions League trophy in just a moment by skipping the days. But of course, after this, we're into the World Cup, guys. And I do actually have an England shirt to wear for that World Cup when it comes on next episode. So yeah. So who won the Champions League then? Unfortunately, Ben's former club Spurs could not go all the way. PSG took it in the final with a 2-1 victory. In terms of the Europa League, we'll check that one out as well while we're here. Roma beat Lazio in that one. And they would go on to win it. So an all-Italian final there, not too bad. Going to check out the World Cup groups now then, guys. And we'll see who's playing in what group ahead of that one. So, Group A is Belgium, Italy, Romania, and Colombia. B, France, Hungary, Canada, and Chile. In C, there is Germany, Norway, Australia, and Uruguay. Group D is Argentina, Switzerland, Sweden, New Zealand. F is England, Czech Republic, Wales, and South Africa. Group F is Portugal, Scotland, Mexico, and Ivory Coast. G, Spain, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt. H, wow, H is Brazil, Netherlands, Turkey, Cameroon. And that's that. I'm trying to work out, which one do you guys think is the hardest group there out of them all? I'm not sure. If I had to pick one group that's probably going to be the closest group in terms of results, I would probably say it's going to be Group F. That'll be the closest in terms of results. There isn't really a group of death here, I don't think. So anyway, it's a decent draw. Happy with that one. We'll see how we perform in that one next episode. And there we go then, guys. So next episode, we'll be embarking on this World Cup journey with England, Wales, the first opponents. I am really excited to see how it's going to play because, of course, we know how England have been getting on in this series in their kind of international performances. Not too grand. So a few of the games have already been played. That is what has already been played. Belgium have played their game against Romania. They beat them. Chile beat Hungary. Italy beat Colombia. France beat Canada. Sweden lost to Argentina. Germany winning. Switzerland winning. And Uruguay winning as well. Not too many light results there that I would think are out of the ordinary. So, yeah, pretty good. So, yeah, we'll kickstart our group stage off, though, next episode out. I'm really excited for that one. We got Harry Kane up front, Ben in behind him. It's going to be like watching two masters at work in that one. We'll see what's going to happen. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching today's episode. If you did enjoy it, a like rate would be greatly appreciated. As always, thank you for your continued support on the channel. I really appreciate it. Also, if you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload when they go live. It'll always ping a notification through to your device, computer, or your phone, or whatever it is you watch me on, whatever device. It'll always give you guys a notification of when I upload. So yeah, I will catch you all for the next episode of this series, and the World Cup for that matter, in the next couple of days. See you all then. Adios.